Hey guys, so today I want to talk about getting GMB 3-pack rankings. And if you're wondering who I am Michael Bose. I am the creator of the Viper tools, which is a consortium of CTR tools that rank websites, videos, and of course what we're going to talk about today, GMBs. Now, GMB ranking is something that has really confused people for as long as GMBs have been out, alright, for that amount of time, which has been a long time. And this has been a question that people have continually asked, well, how do I rank a GMB? How do I get a GMB into the top of Google? How do I get a GMB to stick? How do I get into that coveted 3-pack, which used to be called the snack pack? Some people still call it a snack pack, used to be a 4-pack, now it's a 3-pack, and I've seen Google testing around with it as a 2-pack. Okay, so there's a lot of different things that go into this. You need to have your GMB optimized. You need to have keywords put in there. You need to set up your location. You need to have your target cities in. You really need to have GMB post in there as well. It definitely needs to be a verified GMB. You see, there's a lot of ingredients going into this, which adds to the ranking. So let's say that you've already fully optimized your GMB. And perhaps for your main money keywords, your GMB is not ranking in the 3-pack. It's not in the 4-pack. It's not in the 5-pack. It may be on page 3 of Google. It may be on page 6. Maybe it's not even showing in the first 10 pages of Google, which would really stink. But let's just say that you have it on the 3rd page of Google for your particular keyword in your location that you're wanting to do. So let's go ahead and look at the screen here, which I typed into Google, heating and cooling near me. Of course, that's a wonderful keyword to use. We know a lot of people are doing this. I do it all the time, in fact. I needed a plumber about 2 months ago, and I was like, plumbing near me, you know, clean out my pipes, that type of thing, clogged pipe near me, etc. And it was great. Pulled up a local plumber. I went through the reviews. I decided, hey, this looks like a good guy. Called him up. Sure enough, guy came out. He was awesome. So anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Heating and cooling near me. Now here on the 3-pack, which we see on page 1 of Google, we have Griffith Plumbing, Dynamic Heating and Cooling, and Able Heating and Air. Now this is right here in Warrenton. I live in the Northern Virginia area, about 45 minutes south of DC. A cesspool, a true cesspool up here in Northern Virginia of craziness. Of course, outside of all the politics, we're not going to even cross that one today. But we're going to focus solely on the SEO side of this. So let's go ahead and click on View All. Okay, so let's go open this up. Let's scroll on down here. Let's go to page 3 of the GMB rankings. Okay, so you see there's a ton of GMBs way down here. Wayne's Heating and Cooling, 20 plus years in business. Down Louisa, that's really far. That's way, way, way far. I actually live between Warrenton and Culpeper. So that's Culpeper right there. And I live between Warrenton and Culpeper. So let's go ahead and zoom on in here. Okay, there's Culpeper. This is Warrenton right here. So if I was wanting to get someone local to me, let's say I'm down here in Sperryville, near Little Washington. You know, probably someone good and close to me, maybe even Nokesville right here. So we could look at Nokesville Heating and AC. Let's go ahead and click on this one. Okay, so 11 Google reviews. They're in Rixieville. Interesting. Alright, so they're down there in Rixieville. Right there, okay. Rixieville has the GMB information here, which is great. Nokesville Heating and AC, 11 reviews. Jeez, look at that though. Page 3. I tell you what, this would be a great client to prospect. Now, you know, this is something I've been doing on my side, working on the side here outside of my main Viper Tools business. Is what I do is I troll through page 2, page 3 of GMBs, and I look for someone like this that's a perfect pick. Now, why in the world would I pick someone on a 3rd page of Google GMB? Well, I'd pick them because they're not ranking on page 1. They're, you know, not up there on the 3-pack. They're not on page 1 of Google. This would be a great person to prospect. They're way down here on 3rd page. It would not be difficult for me to get them up on page 1. It would not be difficult for me to get them to a 3-pack ranking. And the way that I do that is I have a CTR tool that does all of the heavy lifting, does all the heavy work. This is what I'm known for. This is what my reputation really depends on here, are the tools that I create. So this would be a great business to go after. So let's say that we're going to go after this business. Now, first off, let me tell you a little bit about my tool and why it works so well. If you're familiar with CTR, CTR is click-through rate, you'll be familiar with what it does. But let's say that you have absolutely no clue what CTR is. What CTR does is it would take your money website, or your money keyword here. Your keyword, heating and cooling near me, or heating repair, air conditioner repair, boiler repair, whatever it is that you have in there. And whatever money keywords that you have that you want to rank for. And it would take this keyword, it would do exactly what I did. It would pull up Google, it would log in with my tool, it would log into Google, it would access Google search, it would search for this particular keyword, find it on page 3. After it searched for it, it would click it, it would come in here, and then it would get busy on the main GMB. So the first thing that it would do is it would scroll down and it would check out the reviews. Alright, so there's 11 reviews here. It would go through the Google reviews, it may click on them, it may check them out. It would go down through here, it would say, okay, more GMB reviews. It would scroll all the way down through to the very last review. Okay, and it would spend a certain amount of time on this. After it gets done with that, then it goes back up. It would check out any images, if there's any pictures. Sometimes GMBs definitely need videos. They definitely need pictures on here. And if there were pictures on here, it would definitely look at it. If there were any type of Q&A questions, it would look at those. The next thing that it would do is it would do click to call. So it would click on call, and it doesn't actually make a call, but it clicks on it, it triggers that within the Google Analytics, and it makes it look like it was doing a call. The next thing it would do after that is it would click on directions, and it would create driving directions from that particular local area to their business right here. And that is huge for a ranking factor. The next thing that it would do is it would click on website, and it would go to their website, which is absolutely atrocious. Dear God. Oh my goodness, look at that. That is just crap. There is a reason why these people are on page 3 of Google. That is embarrassing. That's a terrible picture, under construction. I bet you anything, this has been under construction for about 50 years. So they've got their information right here. They have an under construction page. That is atrocious. Looks like it does go to their Facebook, goes to their Twitter. Okay, click to call, their email, etc. There's no wonder why they're on page 3. But see, look at all the money that could be made here off of these people. Alright, so look at all the money that's already here. So there is good money on this particular client already. We saw they didn't have a website. We saw they did have social media. They did not have their GMB fully built out. That would be an excellent thing to do. So if I was going after this and I wanted to rank them up to the top of Google, into the 3-pack, what I would do is I would set up a GMB campaign. So to do that, I would go over here to my tool, which is GMB Viper tools right here. And I'd go into add campaign. Let's go back and find these people. So we'll go back over to page 3. And we're going to go, let's see. Okay. Alright, so we would go in here. Alright, so I'd go in here, I would check it out. Okay, so I'm going to put it in here, Noakesville Heating and Air. Website URL, that's the website URL directly on here. So what we want to do is just copy that link address. We'll drop it in here. Okay, the GMB URL, you really need to put in the share URL, but I'm not able to grab that directly off of their GMB because I'm not looking at it from the owner's perspective, so I'm just going to put that full URL in there. You want to grab their phone number right here, so it does the click to call. So we're just going to copy that number. Let's go ahead and copy that. Okay, put the phone number in there. Business name needs to be copied directly from here. It needs to be exact match, okay? So we put the business name in here. For the keyword, we're going to do the full keyword right here that we're wanting to rank for. Dropping the keyword right there. Number of visits. Now, this is very important. This is something that could seriously mess up your ranking. But if you're using the tool here, what I recommend doing is going into that local keyword search, not the keyword volume for the main keyword, okay? You want to do the volume visits, the volume of searches on this keyword in that local area that you're targeting, okay? So heating and cooling near me, you want to look that up. So let's say that number of searches per month is 400. The maximum I would put in there is 15 to 20% total. So let's say number of visitors, we're going to do, let's say we're going to do 45 visitors, okay? We're going to say minimum time on the actual website to surf around. As we saw before, they didn't actually have a good website. But this is going to calculate into the amount of time they spend on the GMB. Let's say 3 minutes total, okay? We have the address information. We're going to do latitude and longitude. So for the latitude, longitude, very simple to get. Just click right on it here. Hit right click, and you'll be able to grab the actual latitude launch right there on the GMB, okay? So you can grab the latitude, longitude, or you can grab the address and put the address, city, state, etc., all that good stuff directly in there, okay? So let's go ahead and grab that information. Okay, so I just put in city and state here. Radius, let's say we're going to do a 15-mile radius around that location. We're going to drip this in. This is very important as well. Let's say we want to do it from the 9th today until, let's say until the August 7th. Okay, time, we're going to put this in here from, let's say 11, sorry, let's do 12:01. Okay, so let's say we do 12:02 a.m. until 11:57 p.m. Okay, Central U.S. time, and we're going to create this only 6 credits. You get tons of credits, like 500 credits a month. So you can see that's a great campaign right there. We hit submit campaign. And boom, it's going to go in here and start running, okay? So this is using the GMB Viper, and GMB Viper works great. Gets page 1 3-pack rankings all the time. There's another tool in here that people also use for ranking GMB, which is called the Google Traffic Viper. This one, to set up the campaign, just add campaign, put in the website URL. What a lot of people use here is they use citations for boosting their GMBs, okay? So they're using citations, press releases. If you know Bradley Benner from Semantic Mastery, very smart SEO, very smart guy. He uses Viper with press releases, ranks his GMBs right into the 3-pack. Uses citations all the time, ranks his GMBs into the 3-pack, using Google Traffic Viper and using GMB Viper. There is another way as well, using videos up on YouTube, but the most results that people are getting are using citations through Google Traffic Viper, searching directly on the website through Google Traffic Viper, and using GMB Viper. And I just want to show you a couple of testimonials here, just to show you what my guys are doing, okay? So Let's go ahead and take a look here. Here is Johnny Benton. Okay, so Johnny Benton said, wow, I've been running to GMB Viper for 5 days for a restoration company. It went from position 23 to position 14 for the keyword plus near me. Okay, so exactly what we were talking about. From position 17 to position 7 for the keyword plus city. I've also been running the Google Viper for the same keyword. So see exactly what we were just talking about. Just talking about using GMB Viper and using Google Traffic Viper as well. In conjunction, both of those tools. One for the GMB, one for the citations. Okay, he said all this while the Viper was being updated. My campaigns were stalling at that time. Okay, so we got that going. Viper's running better. It's ranking. It's awesome. Okay, he says the best investment made this year. That's awesome. So Johnny was getting some amazing ranks there on that one. Okay, here's another one. Josh Klein said right here, my agency is pretty much PC based, but we manage GMBs too, are now only starting to get into local SEO. I've never tried to rank a website, only GMBs. I've been using GMB Viper for 5 weeks, 25% of traffic. So remember I said 15 to 20%. He was using 25%. He said the map path rankings are great. Okay, from not ranking number 2, but this is amazing. Okay, so he wasn't ranking at all, went right into number 2. Our site is now ranking on page 1. Worked its way up to an average position of 1.7 the last few days, and is actually bringing organic leads almost daily. The site is about 2 months old, and I only did the most basic on-page SEO. That's literally it, other than the GMB Viper and 100 local citations that are being indexed. That's awesome. So see, there's another great one. And you can see right here on his, let's see if we can zoom in here. Okay, his main top queries right here for search. Paintless dent repair, mobile dent removal near me, dent repair. That is awesome. Look at the clicks, look at the positions, the impressions, average position right there. That is great. I love seeing results like that. Okay, that was Josh. So let's go ahead and we'll... Okay, here's Josh again. So he's showing this was another testimonial. So I want to take a minute to give a huge shout out to Michael Bose and his team for building this. I've been using the GMB Viper on 2 listings for about 18 days, and one of them moved from ranking number 5 to number 2 within 1 week of doing another search grid. This is an older listing, but I just built a new site for it with a new domain, changed the phone number as well, and it's still ranking. No links yet, just basic on-page stuff. The other listing is an area with about 4 times the competition, but is also working its way up. Already getting some impressions at number 1 for the first time ever. This listing has an older site with about 250 backlinks from 2 years ago. I'm only now starting some on-page basic SEO. Running 20% of the traffic for 3 weeks. Both search grids were 1 week apart. In Sacramento, California, keyword for number 1 was mobile dent repair. In Dallas, Texas, keyword for number 2, auto hell repair. Not only do these tools work and increase rankings, but Michael answered support today at 5 p.m. on Saturday. Gotta love that. So I have a great support team, not just myself. Now I have a couple of other people in there, so we're doing great work together. Okay, so you can see right there on the grids, that looks like Bright Local, I believe, is what he was using. Okay, here's another one, Matt Bush, another great internet marketer here. Hey, Michael, want to give you an update? Okay, great. All right. Said, have you ever gotten a GMB in that fast? Ranked number 2 after 1 week. He said he's never done that before. Population, 80,000 people. Okay, awesome. Here's another one, Nick DeMoro. Okay, the Viper has been an indispensable tool in my toolbox. I just run things through the Viper when I need something to go. All 3, GMB, Google, and Video Viper. Awesome, awesome. Look at that. Using CTR. Boosting up, number 4. First page on many second-tier keywords. Awesome. Awesome results. Sterling Hall, okay, ranking right up here, Video Viper. Now that's the Video Viper there, since we were talking about GMBs. Okay, let's see. Okay. Here's a really great one. Alright, if anyone's wondering if they should run GMB Viper, here's the results from one of my rank and rent sites. Running a 1-month drip to the GMB, and a new video with GMB link in the description, running the same 1-month drip to the video. Look at these jumps. Look at those jumps. This happened in just a few days. Amazing right here. Alright, so look at the jumps up here. 44 spots up. 55 spots to number 2 in the GMB 3-pack. For these major keywords. There's a really high one in here. It went up 65 spots, which was absolutely amazing. Amazing. Look at that. Look at that ranking. Here's another one. Dave. Okay, Dave was absolutely slaying it. Darren Wagstaff. I've been running GMB Viper and Google Viper for 2 weeks on the site, and it's Google Organic. Has gone from 46, page 5, which is almost top 100 prior to that, to page 1, position 9 yesterday. Awesome. Okay, here's another one. What kind of results are you getting? I tested a non-client with 1,000 searches a month and nothing else, straight to the website. Went up 4 spots and put the site in the 3-pack using the website URL. Amazing. Look at that. Here's another guy. Now, this guy was from France, did an amazing job. Told me he had never, ever, ever had a GMB rank in the 3-pack. And he did it right here. He did it in 9 days. 9 days into the 3-pack. Here's another one. GMB, page 8 to page 3. He was running a test here. Brent was. So you can see I've got a lot of people in here. A lot of real members that are absolutely ranking, slaying it. Getting tons of rankings in here. And this is just a few of my testimonials. I get testimonials all the time. People are constantly sending them in, going, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this worked. Oh my gosh, I cannot believe this is actually working. This is awesome. So just wanted to show you, if you're trying to get into the 3-pack, if you're trying to get your GMB to rank up there on page 1 of Google, you need the Viper tools. You need GMB Viper, you need Google Traffic Viper, and really you need Video Viper as well. All 3 tools work together. We use real IP addresses. We use real computers. We do not use proxies. We do not use VPNs. We do not allow anyone to use proxies, VPNs, VPSs, anything like that. Okay, these are all installed on Viper computers. It can only run on a PC. If it does run on Mac, it needs to run on a parallel. Okay, so you need to have parallels installed on your Mac. Everybody is required to run the Hydra, which is called the Viper tools. And it runs entirely in the background of your computer. You never see it, you never hear it, and never, ever, ever bothers you. Just runs completely in your background, surfing other Viper members' computers. I mean, websites and GMBs. And also, 65% of our network are now mobile 5G phones. I have a massive mobile network all over the United States. I believe I'm in about 40 different states at the moment. So this is a massive network. That means that searches are coming in from cell phones. You're getting real local searches. Now, this is really important. This is a very important question that people ask me all the time. The IP addresses, this is a SEO myth. People tell you that it matters where your IP addresses come from. It really doesn't matter. In all my testing, the IP addresses do not matter. What matters is where the searches are done. And this is what's unique in the Viper. The searches are done in the browser. So when the Viper's running, it is running in the browser. I'm going to show you this in just a second. Pause the video and I'll be right back. Okay, so I wanted to start up the Hydra here, just show you what it looks like. This is the Hydra Viper that I have installed. I'm running 3 tools right here within the system. The Video Viper, the Google Viper, GMB Viper. Just hit run, run, run. It's running right in here down at the very bottom. And that's it. So I'm going to hide this down here. I'm going to go and look to see where we are on the location. Okay, so it looks like it's doing a YouTube search right there. I'm going to wait for it to find a GMB, and then I'm going to show you where the location is. So what the location does is it does it within the browser itself, and it does it from the location that you want, your latitude, longitude, or your city. And that is what ranks it. So I get a lot of people who buy the Viper and like, oh, wait a second, Michael. I was looking at my, Google Analytics, and I'm trying to rank for France, but it's showing me the IP addresses from Guatemala, or from the United States, or from Canada, or from Italy even. And they're like, well, wait, I wanted it in France. It doesn't matter where the IP address is. What matters is where the local searches are done, and that's why the Viper works so darn well. So we have the local searches coming directly out of the browser. So let's go ahead and take a look here. Alright guys, so I just want to show you here, this is on one of my mobile networks here. It's doing a search. Looks like it's going for a GMB right here. We're going to scroll down to the bottom of the page. Okay, and it's in Australia. So this is an Australian, and you can see right here on this mobile, so it looks like it's doing it from a mobile phone. The search right here, and we'll scroll on down. Yep, and the IP address is Australia. So you can see it right now. It's getting ready to make the phone call. It's doing an Australian search, which is great. That's awesome. And there it is, Darwin Red River Fishing Charters. Okay, doing a search right there. Coming out of Australia. Now these are the mobile phones. And those were doing the mobile searches right here. So let's see, it's probably going to go directly into the GMB, but we could see it right there at the bottom. Okay, so Australia. So this is where it changes it. That right there, see, it's doing it in Northern Territory. Larrakia. From your device, from the mobile device right there. Australia. Awesome. So this is what really does the ranking. So these searches are coming right out of that mobile phone, going directly into that GMB. It's already found it, so it already clicked on it there. It's probably getting ready to go directly to the website from that GMB. Once it goes into it, it starts doing the search around, the phone call, calling it up, click to call, looking at the reviews, creating the driving directions. And that's exactly what I wanted to show you here. That's exactly what I wanted you to see and how this works. So it does not matter where the IP address is. What matters is the way that it searches within the browser right here. It's doing it directly from there. What I was wanting to show you on my computer was my local computer. I wanted to show you exactly what the Viper is doing here, but there was no campaigns pulling up on my local Hydra at the moment, so there were no campaigns because I'm in Virginia. So I was going to show you in the browser where it was doing it everywhere else, but it was not showing that information at that time because the queue did not have a GMB for my particular area to search. Anyway, so this was awesome. That was working great. This is how the Viper works. If you're wanting to get your GMBs ranked, don't spin your wheels. Don't try to do all that crazy SEO stuff out there. People tell you a lot of bullshit online. A lot of marketers will tell you, hey, this is, you know, the only way to get ranking is you need to do this, that, and the other. Create backlinks, create, you know, everything. There's a lot out there that people try to sell you on. What you really need is you need CTR, and you need the correct CTR. There's a lot of CTR bots out there, and they all suck. I can tell you, they all suck. I've got customers that have tried to purchase CTR tools. I'm not going to name them. I don't want to get into naming that, but they've all come over to the Viper. Viper's been in business since back in 2017. So I've been here a long time. I'm updating constantly. Got new updates coming out. I constantly work with Google getting the latest updates, the latest feeds. My programmers are always adding new things in, and they're always innovating to make sure that we stay ahead of the pack. So whoever else is out there on the net trying to create CTR or trying to rank GMBs, I can tell you I'm 6 steps ahead of them. It's awesome. So we've got a great solid tool here. This works 24/7. Hands-free, set it, forget it, walk away, and have your rankings done. It's that simple. This is a very, very simple tool to use. Just download the tool, run it, put in your campaigns, set them up, drip, hit submit, and off to the races you go. And you can see all of your campaigns in here. You can see all of your searches. You can easily look at your statistics. You can see how many searches you've sent in here. You can do a lot of things. So we'll go back to campaigns there. And yeah, this is great. This is awesome. So just go in, set up your campaigns, add them, set, forget, walk away, rank, and bank. Alright guys, go down below, pick up the Viper, jump in here. You definitely need this for your GMBs, especially for your 3-pack rankings. Cheers. See you on the inside.